Hey guys, I hope you're all doing great. It's good to see you back on this YouTube channel. My name is Gundes, and in today's video we're gonna check out a new first Alphelium ASIC miner from Goldshell. It's the ALBox 380 gigahash, which mines Alphelium. You know that Alphelium didn't have any ASIC miners before, but now there is from company Goldshell. This miner performs and profitability is very high, but also the price tag on the miner, I believe it's overpriced and it's extremely risky. I wouldn't suggest to buy it. I'll go into the details about profitability, how to set up, some things you have to know, how to upgrade the miner. Of course, like if you have an older firmware, there's some issues, you need to upgrade the firmware. Also, how much power does the device use? So, before we start, hit that like button now. Hitting the like button will increase your mining profitability for 15%. So you can see I have this miner connected now. This miner is mining and ready to go. This miner does have a few different options. It does have the Wi-Fi and you can connect by network. You can see that the blue cable there is connected to the network, and I have two 6-pin power connections connected to the miner. You can see I'm using the server PSU and for testing purposes, and it uses currently 190 watts. So let's go to the computer. I'll show how to set it up. So okay guys, I have connected the miner here. You can see the same as most of the ASIC miners. It has the stats panel, so you can see the performance. This is supposed to be 380 gigahash. Let's see that it's only 362 gigahash. Then there's a hardware error. We see 0.53% hash rate mode. Temperatures is 55, quite low. Of course, it doesn't use much power as well, 190 watts. Fan speeds, rejected rate, there's 0 online for 16 minutes. And here's the firmware version. Depending on which firmware version, usually you should update also the latest firmware version when you receive it. Sometimes, in the factory, they release only from the first firmware version. So update this, for your stability, for your less hardware errors, for, more hash rate and so on, and better cooling. These are usually software configurations. So to update this, you just go to System. Here you need to upload the firmware, which you can download from Goldshell. I will have the links in the description, so you go to Alphelium, download the latest, which is released last week, 224, upload to your miner. If your miner already has the latest, don't need to upload. And you download then, and then upload your firmware. And that's it. It will take about 5 minutes, and nothing else you need to do. The miner will be back mining when you upgrade the firmware. You can see the miner is connected to the pool. It's mining Alphelium. Before ASICs, it was profitable to mine with GPUs Alphelium. It was profitable to mine with FPGAs like Superscalar K10 or P2, Cool Engine P2. But now, when ASICs are released, that increases the mining difficulty significantly, and the other devices is not as profitable anymore because the ASICs are special chips which do one kind of function, and it's extremely efficient. So this is why you can get a big performance from ASIC chips. Profitability on this miner is quite high and interesting. It was about $100 per day when it was announced. Now it's down to $39 per day, which is still a good profit, but it's if the device costs $6,000, it's still is not as profitable. It's still risky. It's profitable, but it's still risky that you are risking that the difficulty, as this is small miner. This is only taste for the ASIC mining. If the industrial miner comes out, this miner could become obsolete. About the Alphelium price, since the ASICs was announced has done a good. It has a little bit have a little bit pullback as all of the crypto market. But usually like the same on Kaspa, like the ASICs announced on Kaspa, I think brought so much value as well to the coin. Increased in the price a lot, because a lot of people hear about the coin. A lot of people think that if the ASIC miners are produced on this coin, this coin is great, it's gonna do good in the future, reliable. So the price action, if it does the same as Kaspa, this miner might be profitable, this miner might pay back. So this was the short review about the AL Box from Goldshell. So this miner is more focused on the home user, and it is not very high performance. So the biggest risk with this miner, especially at such a high price, over 7,000 euro, which is crazy high. The profitability seems high, but the biggest risk is like companies like Bitcoin will produce industrial miner with like 100 times a faster, bigger performance on this miner. And when you scale this, when you produce, for example, 5,000 miners, and the Alphelium network is still very new, there's not a lot of inflation. If you produce large amount of miners, the mining difficulty will increase significantly, and this miner could make, in a couple months, maybe $1 a day or so, from $40 to $1, So this is the biggest risk you're facing, that you never pay back the miner. All these miners are sold. They doesn't cost to make anything, They are sold by the profitability. This small box probably, I don't know, 50 euro maybe from them to manufacture in China. I wouldn't say it's, cost more. So the biggest risk is you might never pay back the miner. Of course, like if there's no miners released, and you all have to believe also on the Goldshell that they're not gonna produce more and more miners. But I don't think, I think Goldshell is quite greedy company. They like to, open for pre-orders and then not deliver for 2 or 3 months. So I think, also you're depending on Goldshell to not produce miners, to not increase mining difficulty. So yeah, this was this biggest risks and a review how to set up the miner. I hope you did enjoy the video. Comment down below what do you think about this miner. What do you think about mining Alphelium at all? Otherwise, guys, thanks for tuning in, and see you on the next one. Goodbye. Mine hardcore or don't mine at all.